Hello, 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 hello. My name is Asherah Rose and welcome to my very unique PhD research channel where I am investigating as researcher and subject the topic of mental health in terms of DID, dissociative identity disorder / psychosis with conscious expansion. Today's date is Monday the 26th of January and it is 15:06 p.m. UK time. So where is my remote? I'm sitting on it. Right, ancestors brought me to, oh shit, they brought me to a YouTube and I've fucking lost it now, haven't I? Oh, there it is. Swear down, spirit. It's called, it's by Mystic9, yeah? She spells it MYSTIK.
This motherfucker gotta be protected.
9, the intuitive.
They gotta be protected,
yeah?
By God.
And
God
it is the story of an evil Eastern Star mother figure and a starseed child. So basically, yeah, I just want to kind of give a little synopsis into it. So I'm using a lot of the esoteric community, meaning the esoteric community is the community that believe or don't believe, whatever, that they are able to tap into energies, spirit, ancestors, forces on the other side, if you like, in the 5D realm, and then share those messages with people in the 3D realm. They offer one-to-one services where you can have a reading direct, or they do it on these YouTube channels for the collective, basically. And they give out messages to everybody and anywhere, anyone and anywhere around the world. And you pick out what makes sense to you, and the advice is that you leave the rest. Many of them will say that it's for entertainment purposes only, because they can't be seen to be soliciting advice for legal advice, basically. You know, they can get sued if somebody was to take that advice literally. So they always, mainly always say for information and entertainment purposes only. So anyway, my ancestors have said, put on this YouTube video. So I'm going to pull it on and see what my girl's saying. Now, last night she did a reading that I didn't record. And it was so spot on. I feel like playing a little bit of it after this one, to be fair. Because I was saying to the ancestors, fucking hell, the last 3 readings, because I just let it roll in it. I just let them select the next one. I don't kind of pick and choose. That's not really what it's about. Just let the information flow in it. And like 3 readings in a row, just short readings, about half an hour long, was just so spot on. And it was 3 different readers. And I was like, ancestors, am I missing a trick here by not recording it? And they was like, nah, don't worry, because the readings are not there for your confirmation. They're there to affirm and verify to the people watching it. Because I talk about the issue first, and then I put it on to say, look, this person has put something up so many hours ago, and look what they're saying about what I was just talking about. So it kind of verifies what I'm saying. So I don't need to chase readers and think, oh my God, should I have recorded that? Because what needs to be recorded will come back around, either by another reader or in another message or whatever. But nothing is lost, so don't stress it. Which was really good. Because it was some juicy shit, man. Can't lie, it was some juicy fucking shit.
That happens. Like every time we plan.
Right, let me go back a little bit because it's gone into a few seconds.
Let me tell y'all what they're saying.
She's going to tell us what they're saying.
This motherfucker gotta be protected, because they gotta be protected by God. God gotta be real. Because every time we try to do something to this person, something happens. Like every time we plan, like some type of storm, something happens. Something takes place every time we try to do something to this person. Like, it's like they figure it out. The person whose car is supposed to be driving to do something happens to their car. Every single time. That's what they saying, family. All praise is due to the Most High. I share the ancestors of light. Known and unknown. I want to thank them for clear, concise, accurate information. I also want to call in the archangels, specifically Archangel Michael, and ask that he put a shield of protection around me, as well as my collective. as I channel these divine frequencies from my divine collective. If you would like to donate to the channel, my cash app is the number 5, the letter D, Harmony. That's 5D Harmony. My PayPal is at Angelic Wisdom 444. $1, $2, $3, $4. Everything is greatly appreciated. Never goes unnoticed. All likes, shares, hypes, subscribes. Everything that you do is greatly appreciated, family. So since the womb, I'm hearing from the womb to the tomb, you've been protected since the womb. You see this cloth that this individual is, this baby is wrapped in. That's you. That's you. You've been protected since a baby. Since a baby. Since in the womb. That's like the womb, the veil. I don't know why I'm getting between the living and the dead, or between the spirit and the like physical. You've been protected. You've been protected. I'm telling you, and it's crazy because that 5 of Swords energy was trying to come out, but people been trying to, or this force people, they've been trying to take you out since as long as I can fucking remember. Shit, I guess as long as it can be remembered. But as long as I can remember, forces have been trying to come up against you, have been trying to take you out. There could be something about a mother figure, an evil mother figure. Let's clarify this Temperance energy in the reverse. There could be something about unexpected money. What I say, I told you there could be something about a evil mother figure. There could be something about a mature woman, if this is not a mother figure. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this person. It's not about since you've been a baby. Like, this person, I don't know if this is a grandmother, an aunt, or who this is, but this person, they're not right. They're mentally unstable. Something ain't right about this person. Something ain't right about this person. I feel like they've been trying to do something to you since you was a baby or some shit like this. They need to get it together. Show me Temperance in the reverse. Let's stay together. Like, they've been trying to cause something to happen to you or do something. This was something that's forbidden. Look, the 7 of Swords. I can't make it up. This person has been on some bullshit since you was a baby. This person has not been they have not been forthright about their intentions and the things they've been doing since you were a baby. There's a lot of secrets here, and they've been trying to do something to you since you were a newborn baby. The Ace of Cups. I'm not going to tell y'all no lies. I ain't going to tell y'all no lies. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this person. This person may drink a lot. They could have even did drugs while they were pregnant, or drinking while they were pregnant. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this person. The 3 of Wands is here. You could be at a distance from this person now. Or something about preparation or preparing. Something they did when you were born. Look at this. You've been protected. 7 of Wands. You see this kid? Since you were born. There could be something about you being some type of spiritual teacher or something like this. A guide. But there's something about you being protected since you were born.
Fact.
And there's this energy of like taking action to try to maintain control over something. I don't know if this is some type of lies. The 8 of Wands. Maybe they don't want something to be communicated. They don't want you to communicate something. They don't want you to talk about something or something like this. Something deceptive they've been doing or something they into. Something like this, family. I see the 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is too many. I really feel like with this 9 of Swords, this person is super worried about you exposing something. You see how this person in the forest, or look, they don't want you exposing some type of investment or something that they into. They don't want you exposing that shit. They don't want it getting out. There's something about them contemplating, thinking in this energy about some type of something they've been doing for a long time. Something sneaky they've been doing for a long time, and you recovering from whatever this they've been doing for a long time. The Eight of Swords is here. Maybe they don't want to go to jail. They don't want you talking about something, reporting something. The Nine of Wands and the Devil. I feel like whatever this person been doing, they've been trying to like make you sick or kill you or something. And I feel like you have stood the test of motherfucking time here. You might have got a little wounded, but you still standing. A true warrior. This person could be a part of some type of cult. They could be an Eastern Star or some shit like this. Can we agree to just disagree? The Six of Cups is in the reverse. There's something about your childhood here. There's something about your childhood, and there can be something about an institution. Maybe this person is in, like I said, some type of cult or some type of institution or some shit like this. Judgment. And they're worried about you bringing some type of judgment to them or bringing some type of truth about shit that's hidden. The Magician is here. This person been doing some type of magic on you for a long time. Can we agree to just disagree? The Justice card. I'm telling you, they don't want you bringing that truth out. The Witch Doctor. These people done harm people. They done harm children. They done did something to children. These people, this person is a part of something dark. We got the Witch Doctor and the Seven of Swords here. And Death. A witch doctor could have died. Yeah, somebody was investing in you dying though. Mm-hmm. This could definitely be a mother figure.
Some serious shit, man.
They wondering why you ain't dead yet.
Yeah. I wonder.
The Ten of Swords. Why haven't you been defeated yet? The Queen of Pentacles.
I wonder. Is it because I'm Wonder
Woman?
Woman?
A major betrayal from a mother
Wonder
figure or
Woman.
like this. Yeah, this person wanted to see you defeated, but like I said, you still standing.
I'm still standing. Yeah,
the Ace of Cups is here, I'm telling you. Somebody's a divine child, a gift from God. The Queen of Wands is in the reverse here. This gift mother figure, this person is very, very jealous, or whoever this person is. Older sister, whoever it is, they're very, very jealous.
Chaos.
The Nine of Pentacles is here. And the Three of Pentacles. They collaborate with other people in this institution. There's something about the lifestyle that these people live. And these people work together to do some type of the Eight of Pentacles, some type of bullshit. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. These people see you speaking about something. This mother is a part of some shit. And they see you speaking about this shit, family. I'm going to tell you that right now. Hold on. It could be a grandmother, a mother, whatever. Alright. So, yeah, this person has definitely been a part of some shit for a long time. And there's something about a skilled witch doctor that these people were working with. There's something about something they learned within this cult The Six of Wands is here. Instead of them seeing you pass away, this person see you having some type of success, public success, or just some type of success, getting some type of good news, accomplishments. The Magician is here. I told you this witch doctor. This witch doctor is very skilled at what they do, and they usually they're usually successful at what they do, taking people out or whatever this is that they do, but they can't take you out, family. The Page of Cups, there could be there's something about since you've been a child, something this mother has been doing. They had a voodoo doll of you, or could have had a voodoo doll of you, or some shit like this. Something this motherfucker been doing for a long time. I see the Two of Swords. Let me see. What's the Page of Cups? The Eight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like you're coming out of something. Like something you're no longer attached to something no longer works on you. You're healing from something. Justice. There's some type of karma that's coming into play for something this person has been doing to you for so long. Like this person could be having some type of panic attacks, health issues, something like this. I'm telling you, since you've been a baby, this person has been doing this. It's the King of Cups. Maybe something about a grandfather, a father. The Lovers is here. Okay, so I see a couple. One of these people could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
One of them could be Cancer.
The Three of Swords. The Five of Swords. For some reason, they were trying to keep you stuck in some type of mental confusion here.
Mental health hospital.
But you're healing from whatever this is, this mental confusion.
Spell work. As you can see, I'm not in the mental health.
That's good value.
I'm not in the mental health hospital anymore, but that's where the spell work led me to. You know what I mean? Having gone through a really significant psychic attack. It's crazy. It was like something trying to take over my mind while I was losing my mind at the same time. Sorry, why jump in multiple realities and seeing different things? So really, what Spirit's telling me to say at this point is just to touch on, because I've made a couple of videos about my children and what was happening just before we went in the madhouse, and how my children were jumping timelines and doing a whole heap of stuff that really they shouldn't have been doing. And I was seeing it in the 5D, and I was also seeing it in the 3D. And even though I've said certain things about it, because while I was going through it, it was some fucked up shit, it was some scary shit, to me it felt and looked as if I was being abused by my own children in my own house. My children do have a different story. So for example, their argument is that they were trying to force feed me because I wasn't eating. They could see that I was losing weight. They could see that I was becoming more sicker. They could see that I was becoming more out of my mind. And what they wanted to do is feed me. And what mommy likes to eat is fruit. I do eat a lot of fruit. So they thought, well, let's give her fruit. So they thought, get some banana and get some grapes. So that's what they were giving me. Whereas from my perspective, being pinned down and having food stuffed in your mouth when you've been on another reality, and then you're now in this reality, and in this reality you've got your kids trying to force feed you, trying to pin you down, sitting on top of you, tying you up, it just gives a completely different perspective. It gives a completely different perspective.
These lovers want.
So I'm not here to talk negatively about my children or positively about my children. I'm just here to share my experience. You know what I mean? That's all I can do, is share my experience. And my experience was that I was being physically attacked by my children, and my children were physically involved with Masonic rituals in the 3D. That's what I was watching. That's what I could see. And that's what I was reacting to, you know. But there are always two sides to every story, and I want to acknowledge that they have another side, and that side I respect too, because sometimes I was in sound mind and sometimes I was not in sound mind. So I can't make accusations with fact when I don't have all the facts, because I was in sound mind and out of sound mind, meaning that some things can be just part of my alternative reality and that they didn't happen in this 3D. But I'm still going to report what I saw and what I felt in all realms, and that's what I'm trying to do. So my daughter confirmed the other day that while I was going through that particular period of time in my life between February and March of 2024, my daughter felt it best to just stay away from me, because in her words, I just kept going for her. I just kept, every time I seen her, I wanted to attack her. You know what I mean? And she's my daughter, which doesn't sound right at all, but that's her experience of me. Every time I saw her, I went to attack her. So she thought, I'm stepping out of Mummy's way and I'm going to step in my room. And even when she was in her room, there were times when I came out of my room into her room and still went to attack her, which I recall going into her room, going into the cupboard in her room, shutting the door, and then going to attack her. Now, if you ask me why am I attacking her in the 3D? It's because in the 3D, what I'm seeing from her is that she was just in my room. So even though she's in her room right now, a minute before that, she was in my room. She was walking astrally. So I followed her astrally back into her room. Yeah? I don't know why I checked in the cupboard as if that's a portal, but I did check in the cupboard, and I remember. And I remember looking at the back of the door and seeing my Halloween outfit at the back of her door when it should have been in my room at the back of my door. And I'm thinking, why is it in her room? And that set me off, because the fact that it's in her room is confirmation to what I'm seeing astrally. So I've gone for her because I know who you are. You're not working with me, you're working against me. And you're moving shit around to cause more confusion, but also part of whatever your plan is in the background. And this is what these are these multiple realities that I'm experiencing. My daughter as my daughter, and my daughter as several other different versions of my daughter. And some are for me and some are not for me. And I'm having to juggle which reality I'm on at the time. While all realities are in one, it's like there's no past, present and future. I'm just seeing all these timelines run out and play out in front of me the whole time. So it was really, really, really difficult. Really difficult and very, very, very scary. Because in one reality, my children are being abusive and they're celebrating with certain enemies, family members that I don't chat to, and they're drinking and celebrating with them, and it's spirits making me know it's my money that they're celebrating on, my generational wealth, my inheritance that they've been spending and teething and spending, and my pity them are there with them. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be shown something if it's not a reality somewhere. And that much I do accept. I accept that my children are for me in certain realities, and I accept that my children are not for me in certain realities. And I accept that sometimes those energies run through into this 3D realm reality, and that there are multiple other realities that look like the 3D realm too, where my children are for me and against me. And that's just the reality. So I'm having to learn how to maneuver in the 3D while having my eyes shut and having my eyes open in the 5D, and following that voice, following them words, making sure I'm using that ear to hear what spirit is telling me. When they say go left, go left. When they say go right, go right. When they say something is off, even though with my own 2 eyes in this reality, it looks like everything's okay. No, I cannot accept that it looks like it's okay, because my eyes are deceiving. Eyes are not believing. Do not believe what your eyes see, because eyes can be deceiving. Eyes can see what they want to see. And eyes see after the fact, because eyes see through reflective light. We see things when it bounces off something. When light bounces off something, that's when we see it. So you can't take your eyes as seeing is believing, because no, The mind will play tricks on one. Well, if one's under drugs and the mind tells you one thing, that's what your mind sees. Do you believe the hallucination? Or do you accept the fact that you was under drugs at the same time? But what if you're not under drugs and you're seeing things that look like a hallucination? Do you believe your eyes? Or do you believe the hallucination? Which one's true? It's going to be hard to distinguish between which was the reality and which wasn't the reality, because your eyes showed you both things. I mentioned on my last video that I had a dream, and even though the dream seemed like the setting was in the 3D, I knew that something was wrong, because the birds in the tree were not pigeons like what they should have been if I was in England having a dream about a fucking bunting party, a jubilee party, an outside garden community party. If I'm having a community party, then the birds in the tree should look like the trees that you would normally see in England, aka budgies. But instead I'm seeing parrots in the tree. Parrots are not native to England. And worse, when you see the parrots and the parrots have got jumpers on them. Jumpers and on birds is not a real 3D thing. You would not see that naturally in the 3D. So to have a dream where I've got 3D implications and 5D implications makes me know that there's something wrong here. There's a glitch in this dream, because two alternative realities are overlapping. So you learn these things as you go along. You learn to decipher what's real, what's 5D, what's 4D, what's something completely different. So I'm a good judge of character when I'm in different rounds. But I will say that in 2024, when it was coming at me the way that it was coming at me, it was very, very, very difficult for me to always know which round I was in, till I had to start doing this with my son, his hand, my hand, and crossing over. And say, Mick, in time and space, this is what you look like and this is what I look like right now. We're in the same time and space. That's what I had to keep gripping him every now and again to ground myself in the time and space that was with him, that was talking to me. Because as soon as I let go of him, I'd be in a different dimension where he's not holding my hand, and he's way, 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 way more skinnier and sicker, and is doped up on drugs, because I can see Cav, my son, my second son, and my third daughter, just literally moving around in the astral, supplying him with drugs while he's supposed to be taking care of me. That's why every time I'm trying to get off the bed to go to the toilet in the real 3D, he's slamming me back down on the bed, telling me, don't move, don't move. And he's being fed a narrative, because there's certain demons whispering at him, and I'm watching the demons whisper at him, and I'm watching his brother and sister play around with him mentally too, while they're shocking out and celebrating in another realm. I look up at the ceiling and I'm looking at another alternative reality. They're at a party, my dad's there, my cousins are there, my kids are there. You know what I'm saying? But there's still Mick in the room with me that won't let me go toilet. There's still Mick wandering around with all these entities talking to him and communicating with him. And I'm here looking at the 3D, the 4D, the 5D and everything else. I'm thinking, fuck me, blood, which one am I in? Because when I think I'm in the real 3D, the way that my son's going on and flinging me down on the bed, that could never be my pitney. Make it make sense. My pitney grip me up like that. Don't be stupid. Love and respect. But yet still, this is the realm of the 3D and he's gripping me. And I'm like, nah, something's going on here, man. It's like I'm lost. It's like I'm lost. I can't determine which round I'm in. And then I've gone again. I just keep waking up in different alternative states. You know, the last time I remember waking up, I was on the floor here. And my daughter was sitting on top of my legs at the bottom. My son was holding my left side, my right side. My second son and my first son was holding my left side. And I was screaming at them, telling them that if you don't want me, just fling me outside. Just fucking fling me outside. I'll get myself there. And I don't know how, because I'm lying on the floor here and the door's over there. But I've seen somebody outside the door now. I know in my head it's only the four of us in the house, so who the fuck is that? But I don't know if this is an illusion or this is real. But I remember somehow getting off from these three that are pinning me down, yeah, and getting to the door and getting to the landing, seeing the white woman dressed in green like a paramedic's outfit and gripping her, literally holding onto her arm. Looking back at them guys saying, no fucking way, mate. I'm leaving with this woman, blood. Either her arm's coming with me or my whole body's going with her, but I'm not letting go of this arm. Never. And she's looking at my kids and she's looking at me. She's looking at my kids and she's looking at me. I'm looking at my kids and I'm looking at her. I'm looking at my kids and I'm looking at her as I'm walking her down the stairs. Because I know I'm going to get to the front door. I already said, if you don't want me, fling me away. And I'm prepared to go outside and fling my blood clot self away rather than sit down in this house and fucking die in here. Because the dimensions that I'm seeing myself, one of these realities, I've probably been in this house about 50, 60 years, you know. Me and Mick. My second son and my third daughter is not here in this realm. It's just me and him. And he is just skin on top of his bone. I am just skin on top of his bone. We are walking dead. We died ages ago. We died years ago. But our soul is trapped here, just walking around in this same fucking bedroom, going nowhere. He's still dancing like he's listening to fucking music, high on fucking heroin. This is what his brother and sister was feeding him several fucking lifetimes, several different universes ago. I know that if this becomes my reality, I don't leave this house. I don't leave this neighborhood. I'm stuck here forever. Spiritually. So that can't happen. So when I'm saying I'm gripping on this paramedics on her arm, I'm gripping her arm, blood. When I come out the house, there's an ambulance there. I still don't know if I'm in the right reality, mate. I still don't know if I'm really outside. Because every time I feel like I've got out somewhere, because I've already had a vision of me in the ambulance. I've already been thrown out at the side of the road by the bushes. And then I'm back in the fucking room again. So I don't know if this is it or if this is the next one that I'm going round in. But let me tell you something, I'm going in the fucking ambulance. And I noticed that I'm sitting there, and while I'm sitting there, I'm talking to Mikhail and saying, Mikhail, you don't have to come to the hospital with me. You don't have to come to the hospital with me. I don't even want you to come to the hospital with me. That time outside, I can see my second son and my third daughter fighting outside. But the way they're fighting, it's like Hancock. He's slamming her onto the ambulance, and the ambulance is getting crushed in. And it's like only I can see that, because nobody else is reacting to the ambulance getting crushed up from outside, because Cavan Summers fighting like fucking Hancock, that movie there. The two of them are strong in it. They can just thump each other. That's what's going on outside. And then I can see that my son, who's in the ambulance with me, is embarking the energy of my karmic father. So he's swapping between his energies just like he was doing in the house, but it's now happening in the ambulance. And this, again, is supposed to be the 3D, because I am actually in the ambulance. Then they drive me to the hospital. Yeah, on the drive, I'm still living out the experiences of being thrown out the ambulance. So I don't even know if they're really taking me to the hospital. Do you know what I mean? But at this point, I don't fucking care, because if they do throw me out on the road, at least I got a fucking chance. I'm off. I'm off, blood. Then next thing you know, I get to the hospital. But when I wake up, I'm already in the hospital. I do not see myself get out of the ambulance. I do not see myself get put on a bed. A stretcher onto a bed, nothing. I just wake up on the bed in the corridor. But I'm in the corridor of the hospital waiting to be seen by triage. And the same paramedic woman is on this side of me. My son is holding my hand on this side. He's on the outside of the bed, sitting on a chair. And then you've got the ambulance man that was also in the ambulance with the blue hair. He's standing by at the bottom of the bed. While the rest of the hospital is moving around. There's different people. I'm seeing loads of different people. But all these people seem like actors. They don't even seem like real people. They seem like non-participating characters. They're just there for the sake of being there. It's part of the stimulation. And now I'm hearing that I'm still tapped in online. So I can hear phone calls on the mobile phones. I can see what messages what are coming up on the iPads. I can see that they're getting all my information on screen. They already know who I am. And everybody is in a position where they're just fucking acting out as a scene. And Spirit's talking to me. Pay attention to blue. Pay attention to blue. That time the paramedics got blue hair. And I know the paramedic's face because I seen the paramedic's face back in 2023 on a YouTube video where it was a police officer playing doctors, cutting off rubber ears and rubber hands and whatever and sticking them on different parts of the body. I'm thinking, why is a police officer on YouTube, why is a man dressed as a police officer on YouTube doing a video about him being a surgeon, but he's dressed in a policeman's outfit, not a doctor's outfit. That make sense? Spirit, like, that's a serial killer. Watch out for the man in blue. So I already seen that in 2023, and now it's 2024, and he's the ambulance guy. Looks exactly like this guy with blue hair. Plus, fuck nigga 2 had a dog called Blue. You know what I'm saying? Which was an entity in a dog. It was a man in a dog, like fucking Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat, but is in a dog. So like, there's loads of things. I'm just bouncing around on different alternative realities, bouncing around in different thoughts. None of the thoughts are safe at that, you know. So once I get checked in and I'm saying, nah, Most High, how can I disconnect off this? Because this is a lot of information. It's like I've gone AI. Yeah, I've gone AI, and I was AI in the house. But now I'm AI out in society, where I'm actually connecting to all these electrical devices around me at the same time. I'm really, really tapped in. And I'm in the triage waiting to be seen by a doctor. And I'm trying to manage my thoughts and trying to disconnect from the technology around me, so that my thoughts can be my thoughts. Because if I can hear them, who's monitoring me, then they can hear me. And I didn't want them to be able to hear me, because I'm in a situation trying to work my way out of this actual 3D situation of me being in the hospital. And I'm just getting loaded up with bare information. I'm like, whoa. So I've turned to my son and I'm like, son, listen. It's like, say, I tried to jump timelines while he's holding my hand. And I've gone into my own mind. I tried to jump another timeline where he goes home and it's just me here at the hospital. Because even though he's sitting there with tears in his eyes, telling me, I hope you're going to be okay, Mum. You're going to be okay, Mum. And it's nothing but love energy that I'm feeling off with him. I can't shake the fact that this nigga was just trying to kill me in the yard. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like getting fucked both ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, rah, man showing love, but man, a minute ago, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know, man. It's one of them. It's so booky. It's crazy. My other 2 kids are at the house. The younger kids are with their dad, and this one's here with me. And this one's embodying the energy of my father. I tried to kill me how many times in the blood clot yard. And now he's sitting down with me crying, calling me mom. I'm like, what? Are you having a laugh? I said, listen, son, you go home. So now when I wake up, after trying to timeline jump so that I'm not here, and I end up opening my eyes and I'm still here in the hospital in a bed waiting to be seen by triage, and he's still holding my hand, and I'm like, all right then, he's not gonna go. In this reality right now, this is my son. He's in his son's energy, because he's really not letting go of my hand, and he's really not leaving the hospital. And I'm telling him, you're good, son, go. It's okay for you to let go of mommy. Mommy's cool. She'll make it out. You know what I mean? He don't want to leave. And then we get triaged into the room, and I say I need something blue, because obviously Spirit's telling me to watch out for blue. Don't touch nothing, just touch blue. So when I look up, I see that the gloves coming out of the box on the hospital wall are blue. So I asked Mick to grab me some of the blue gloves, so that I've got the glue gloves. So if I need to pick something up, I can use the blue gloves, because Spirit is very adamant. Pay attention to blue. So we get triaged in, and while we're getting triaged, I'm getting downloads about what they're seeing on their screen. So I can see what they're seeing of me, and that they're getting information about who I am really, like the 5D electrical currency transmitting being. Yeah. So again, like I said, everybody in the hospital is an actor, but I have to act too, because I'm part of the stimulation. Even though I'm awake in the stimulation, I still gotta act like I'm in the stimulation, innit? Because it's dangerous if you let certain people know that you're awake in the stimulation. They want to try and take you out ahead of time, even though they can't do that, because that would be dishonorable. So as long as I stay acting, they have to stay in acting. If I act out of acting, like start to act dishonorable, going on whatever, then they can act dishonorable. So the best thing for me to do is to always be graceful. So that's what I've learned in these missions, to always be grateful, even when it gets spooky, even when it gets scary, even when it gets unsure. Just always be graceful and smile, because you're protected anyway. They can't do you fuck all. So you might as well skip through it, innit? So I've got checked in now, and I'm in a little private room in the hospital with my older son, who is gone back to being my father. So it's my father's energy. And my father is really warring with his mother because his mother is in me. She's maneuvering through me. She's telling me what to do. She's giving me the information. She's challenging him. So there's certain times when it's me and my son and it's about us. And there's certain times when it's me, the daughter of my father, and it's about us. And sometimes it's about my father and his mother. And them are the timelines that I'm jumping through. So when my son's dragging me down, I'm like, no, daddy, no, daddy. I'm calling him daddy. No, daddy, no, daddy. Nanny said stand up. Nanny said I must stand up. And my son's shouting back at me, get down. I said, lie down. Do you remember when you used to beat me? I'm like, son, what are you talking about? We left this house when you was 4 years of age. That's what made me come online, that the boy weren't talking to me, you know. Because certain things he was saying never happened between me and him. But I come to understand happened between my dad and his mom. You know what I mean? It was my dad and his mom. And the thing is, you know, when I spoke to my son about this the other day, before I went to Peru, so about 3 weeks ago, I spoke to him and I was telling him about how much of my dad's energy was around him. And he said, you know what, Mum, I've never said this to you before, you know, but there were certain times during those moments where I felt like I was your dad. I felt like I had to deal with you like you was a little girl, like you wasn't my mum, like you was my daughter that I was taking care of. So even though I don't understand everything that you're saying, I can confirm that for me, the energy felt like that sometimes, like I was your dad. And I just said, you know what, Mickey, thanks for sharing that, because I know the energy that I felt. You know what I mean? Like my nan was telling me to stand up. I am the highest authority. There's Freemasons in the room, some big top sergeant, police sergeant, constables, whatever you fucking want to call them. And they were so adamant that I weren't as high a status as I or my nan had said I was. So they was telling me to sit down, stand down. And my dad was trying to get me to stand down. And I was saying, Daddy, I can't stand down. But before that happened with my nan, it was because there was big people in the room that are alive today, that I've worked with and mentored me over the time too. Like I get put in positions where I'm with some really, really high flyers. Like as little as I am and as simple as I look, I'm in there like swimwear. Even when I was a kid at school, I only read with the deputies and the head teacher and the deputies, and that they were my spa teachers that I could go to and sit down and drink tea with and chill out, you know what I mean, and get access to different privileges because they knew they could trust me. Yeah, I had the codes to the staff room, you know, like the relationship that I had with my teachers in school was a good relationship. And if me and you didn't get on, then you knew that me and you never got on, because I never minced my words. I never minced my words from a child. I've always been headstrong. I've always spoke with authority. I've always spoke like I know what the fuck is going on. So when I'm here and there's big people in the room that I respect, yeah, you got people who I respected, I should say. I now know that these are the people working all beyond witchcraft on me. You know what I'm saying? Same way. But I knew it anyway because, for example, one of the man them that I used to work with as co-principal of King Solomon Business School, I told him, he passed me one time and I seen him shapeshift. I seen a demon shapeshift out of him. I'm like, rare. Man's a reverend, you know. I said, nah, definitely I have to pull him up, man. So I pulled him up and I brought him into the chapel room where we have assembly, because it's a Christian faith school, believe it or not. And I said, definitely, yeah, but I saw you shapeshift. I saw a demon just shift out of you. What's going on about that? And he said, you know what, I'm not even going to lie, you know, Asher. You since seats taking on the school in the position that I have. It's like, say, the school's just trying to get me. I need to come out of here, man, because the energy is not good. The energy is not good. And I was like, boy, if that's the case, you need to elevate the energy. You know what I mean? Because you can't make yourself a receptive for them kind of demons to just be sitting down inside you. And he was like, you're right, you know, I'm going to go back and really think about this. That's what he says to me. Then anyway, come back to school the next day. They told me how he put down a piece of praying. And you know what I'm saying? But differently. It's not my business anyway. If people are carrying energies and entities with them, unless the Almighty says it's my business or to pass on the message, and more time don't pass on the message. Obviously, I was told to pass on the message because I wouldn't have chat to him. I would have just observed him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have made him know what I seen, because I see bare things and don't make people know what I seen, because I'm just so used to not saying. I'm so used to just seeing and just still being blind. You know what I mean? See, I'm blind. You know, so anyway, these people was in my room. So when my karmic father was there telling me to sit down, and I was like, no, daddy, I can't sit down, because the people in this room that are talking to me right now and asking me about who I am and how I need to show them and demonstrate who I am, I've got more respect for them. So when they're telling me to do something, it's them I want to listen to. So when they're telling me to get up and stand, I want to listen to them. They're in my room astrally. Yeah, it's like astral projection. They're in my room, but I'm able to see them and I'm able to talk to them. But my son, Mikael, in the physical, he can't see them, but he's embodying the energy of my father. So my father is pulling me down, but through my son's body. So my son can't clap that the man them are up there, but my dad's energy can clap that the man them are up there. So I'm saying to daddy, no, daddy, I can't get down and sit down like how you want me to sit down, because it's big men and women talking to me right now. And I've got more respect for them than I've got of you. I don't have no respect for you based on what my daddy's told me anyway, and made me come to know the fuckery that you're going on with, and the fuckery that you've been going on with, and the fuckery that I've seen. And I told my man in 2021, in this yard I was, and I said to him, you know what, daddy, you see, if you dip on the wrong blood clot boat, you saying when I go down with a blood clot boat, and I'm not going to save you. And I told him that in 2021. And he never said nothing. There's me thinking it's going to cost me out. I don't speak to my dad like that on a normal day. You know what I mean? So obviously it's not my words coming out my mouth, but the words coming out my mouth has made my man know, yo, you choose the wrong side and you dip on the wrong blood clot boat. Try no daddy or no blood clot daddy, you know. You have to go down with it. I told him straight blood. And he never said nothing, so I never apologized for speaking to him like that, because as far as I was concerned, my soul made me know that he heard what he needed to hear. Same so, don't take back no chat. Father or no blood clot, father. And I never took back no chat, and I left him with it. So now here we are in 2024, and his energy's in my house, working through my son, trying to pull me down a dotty, back onto the bed, telling me, don't get up, don't get up. What you mean, don't get up? And bad man, big man's telling me to get up. Of course I'm going to get up. So I'm trying to get up on the bed and stand up on the bed. My son's dragging me down. Get down, get down. Why am I getting down? I'm saying, no, daddy, don't pull me down. Don't pull me down, because I need to get up. I told you already. Big people are in the room that I have respect for. I'm getting up. So I've managed to get myself up, hold on to the wall, and pull myself up, even though my man's dragging me down. But you're not stronger than me. So once we've gone past these levels of the people in my room, it's gone from these people that I know and have worked with or have mentored me being in my room, to these two white men in the corner that were in my room but weren't saying nothing yet. But now they've got whole lot to say. And they're telling me to stand down. And I'm saying no. Now you can hear my nan shouting at me, get up! Get up! You get what I'm trying to say? I'm pulling myself up again. My dad's trying to, again, it's my son, but my dad's trying to pull me down. I'm like, no, daddy, no. Nanny said I must stand up. Nanny said I must stand up. So I'm fighting him to stand up. And every time I stand up now, this white man's on about, there's no way, Sarge, there's no way, Sarge. My nan said, stand up. I'm up again. As soon as I get down, it's time to stand back up again. It's like musical fucking statues in here. You gotta say, my nan's like, stand up. Stand up, you're the blood clot highest authority. Stand up. There's no way, Sarge, there's no way, Sarge. That's all the dep on, there's no way, Sarge. And every time they've gone, there's no way, my nana said, stand up. Stand up. Nobody in here ain't higher than you. Stand up. Try now. Try now. Next thing you know, I must have passed out or something, because I've woke up on the floor in the bedroom. No Mick, no nobody, just me. You know what I mean? And I'm on the floor and it's like I can't move. My eyes can move, but my body can't move. But even though my body can't move, my body is now starting to move. And it's starting to move to a tempo like, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes. And that's all I'm in the room saying on the floor now. No, no, yes, yes. It's like, you know how I talk about there being a thin line between joy and sorrow? There's a thin line between no and yes. You know when your yes is really a no and your no is really a yes. There's an energy in that frequency. And there's the spirits are showing me how to get on that energy of the yes, yes, no, no energy. It's a very, very seductive energy. It's a very, very silent energy. And it can pull and lure things in. But they're teaching me that this is the methodology to the law of attraction. You push it away like you don't want it, and by pushing it away like you don't want it, instantly attracts it. When you want something, it will repel from you. Miss wanty no getty, and Miss getty no want it. But Miss no wanty, she's forever getting, because she gets, because she don't want it. So they're showing me no is really yes. You know what I'm saying? So there I am on the floor learning this new fucking. Anyway, like I said, I said that I will go into the whole experience, but the whole experience is fucking psychotic, you know what I mean? So it's really difficult. But let me get to the point that I was making, because I have gone off subject a little bit. So I'm in the hospital now. I've gone through triage. We've been assessed by certain nurses, but I don't even remember being assessed by them. I now remember that I'm in this private cubicle. Like, I've got my own hospital room, but there's no blankets on the bed, and it's cold. It's just the blue plastic that I'm on, and my son's in the room with me. So at one point, I realized that my son is now my dad's energy. So I try to get off the bed and run out the room, and he pushes the door, slams the door on me. So as soon as I go to open the door, his hand slams the door back. So my son has slammed the door back in. And then he's got me, grips me up underneath like my arms, and flung me back on the bed. And my body's gone, boof, you know, against this fucking plastic bed. And my body's gone, slip, or whatever the noise is that is made on the bed. Boom, boom. And I'm saying, Mick, it's mommy. And he's shouting at me about, remember, like, basically he's bringing up old memories of when he was a child being abused by my nan. You know what I'm saying? So he can't, he's not seeing me as his daughter, and my son is not seeing me as his mom. My father is seeing me as his mom, and that's what I'm saying. Nanny is coming in and out of my body too, because now that it's been like 21 months or 20 months after the fact, I can analyze it and know that there were certain times when I weren't in my consciousness and Nanny was in my body. So for my dad, who was embodying the body of my son, he's seeing his mum for true, and he is reacting to his mum, and rightly so. To be fair, rightly so. You know, it was just my body that was getting the getting the duffs and the thump ups and the slam downs. So anyway, I'm there now on the bed, and he's just slammed me on the bed. I'm like, yo, Mick, because I'm trying to get this boy to realize that this is time and space, but we haven't got to that time and space bit yet. I haven't showed him about gripping hands, because right now he's my fucking dad. So anyway, a nurse comes in, and I jump off the bed and grab the nurse by the 2 fingers, and I'm like, nurse, my son is in here abusing me. And the nurse is looking at my son and looking at me, holding her 2 fingers, because I ain't letting this girl go, you know. I named her 2 fingers because she ended up coming to the actual psych ward where I was, and I took her details. I've got her name, I've got her number, I've got all the evidence that I need. I was compiling my evidence from inside the madhouse. Registration plates, what time people came, what time they left, who they talked with, who they were fucking, what they were doing, who was undercover, who was actually police posing as a fucking NHS worker, who's qualified, who's not qualified. I've got reams and reams of paper with just information written down, because I was recording everything while I was in there. Real talk. That's not even made up shit, that's real. I was writing complaints from when I was in there. I was still managing court cases, childcare proceedings and financial proceedings while I was in there, and I've got the evidence. I've got the emails, and you can see the email dates. You know, so it's no bullshit. I got receipts for everything, blood. Even videos of me in the madhouse. It was real, man. But before I even got to the madhouse, like I said, my son's acting like my dad. So I've got Miss 2 fingers by her 2 fingers, and she's trying to get away from me because she's looking at my son, telling her, or my dad telling her, basically come out. So she's trying to get away from me to leave me in the room with him. I told you already I'm not letting go of this girl's 2 fingers, you know. I'm walking out of this room with you. She's trying to pull her hand, pull my hand off. No, I told you already I'm coming with you. So I've managed to squeeze past her. She's trying to keep me in the room. He's trying to keep me in the room. I'm saying, can't you see that my son's roughing me up? In front of her, my son, dad, whatever the fuck he is, grips me and flings me back on the blood clot bed in front of her. Now you're taking the fucking piss. Now I'm like, all right then, this is a little bit more significant than me being at the hospital and people pretending that they're fucking acting like they don't know what the fuck's going on. My girl's just seen my man grip me and fling me on the blood clot bed, and she still got off and left me in there. But I could see from her face and her energy, she's scared of him. But you wouldn't be scared of my son. He's 26 years of age, 24 at the time. Why would you be scared of him? Why would you be looking at him for permission? Why would you be looking at him for an answer? These are the things I'm clocking. These are the small little body movements, the small little shifts in energy, eye contact, eye movements. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute, what is going on here really? Because there's one thing of it being in my head. Yeah, I can deal with it being in my head. But when these non-participating characters start to play out what the imagination is, so this woman's responding to this boy like, say, he really is my father and he really does have a say, then we have a problem, don't we? Because now there is no difference between my 3D, my 5D and my 4D. And I'm in the fucking hospital with other people. So it's not just in the house with my kids anymore. So I'm having to level up and alchemize through these energies, through these fears, through these epiphanies, through these acknowledgements that shit is booky. And not only that, as the assessments are going and people are coming in and out my room, as I'm thinking, as I'm talking to spirit, as I'm talking to source, as I'm speaking to other tarot readers that are coming in, and I'm thinking, well, who let you in? How's this tarot reader got access to my room that she's playing out her cards on top of the ceiling? And I'm seeing the ceiling open up like a portal dimensionally. Why would she come in, spirit? Like loads of things just happening all at the same time. Plus I'm still AI online. You know what I mean? Where you probably don't know what I mean, but that's what was going on. And I'm able to articulate it and tell you exactly what was going on while I'm thinking about what the fuck is going on. Yeah. So anyway, Mick ain't been around for a while. So now there's this in fact, when I say Mick hasn't been around with a while, obviously Cecil, my karmic father, his energy is in the room, but it's switching between him and Mick, but it's more of him than Mick. When it is Mick, it's Mick that's being manipulated by my other son and my other daughter. So even though they never drove to the hospital with us, because my daughter is a white walker and is able to travel astral projectily, because that's the gift of her father and them travel astral projectily. This is what I'm seeing in the 4D realm. This is what my ancestors are making me know. This is why these people try and attack me in the dream world, the 4D world. Because I weren't equipped with those skills. Yeah, I astral project and I go about my business, but usually it's my body that goes where it wants to go. I'm not doing it at will. I didn't even understand that you could do it at will. I didn't even know on a 4D level you can go to someone's house, pick up something out of their blood clot yard and bring it into your 4D reality. That's a fucking fact. I didn't know them facts existed. At the time it was happening, I didn't know them facts existed. So I was very naive to what you could do on the 4D realm. But I was seeing it play out. And I could see that my daughter was crying in this particular scenario in the hospital. My daughter was looking at me crying because she could see that I could see her in the 4D realm. But she can't stop what's happening because her brother, my second son, is dictating to her that she needs to bring him to the hospital because he can't astral project like that without her. He needs to, so basically she can teleport, she can do teleportation and not just astral herself, but astral her brother astrally too. So she was astraling her brother to the hospital so that her brother can whisper in the ears of her brother in the physical form to make sure that they keep him unlocked and keep him in check, keeping me in check. So even though he's keeping me in check when he's embodying my dad's energy, he's also keeping me in check when he's listening to the whisperer from my second son. But when he's him, he's not keeping me in check, he's showing bare love and trying to get me out of there. Look how many multiple fucking versions of my son I'm having to deal with. And I have to wait to know which one he fucking is before I make a move. Because I ended up trying to manipulate the one that was my dad. Because he's such a tea cake. I was like, you know what? You don't understand, Daddy. You're looking for money from me when actually I know where the money is. This is what I've said to him in the room. And he's responded straight away. What money? What fucking money? My son is saying these words are coming out of my son. My son don't know nothing about no fucking money. My son don't know nothing about no fucking cousin Richard either. And I'm saying, listen, Uncle Dennis, Richard, He's like, nah, I don't get it. Then I'm like, Spirit's like, remember, it's dyslexic with learning difficulties. Go get the biscuits. And it's not a disrespect because I'm a school Senko. I know how to speak in multiple languages, particularly when children are on the spectrum. Even people, adults that are on the spectrum. Like I get it. So therefore I can design something very, very quickly for something to make sense, like understand their learning style. So I've said, pass me the biscuits, Dad. So he's gone over to the side where the biscuits are and he's passed me like 2 packs of digestives, 3 packs of custard creams, some shortbread ones with the raisins, and a green packet of Nice or something like that. So I've got about 6 or 7 packs of biscuits, but they're just the biscuits. They've just got 3 biscuits in each pack in it because it's hospital food, has hospital snacks. So I'm saying this pack of digestives is you. This pack of custard creams is me. This purple pack of shortbread with the raisins is Richard. This is Uncle Dennis. This is Queenie. So I'm laying out all these people using biscuits and saying this goes there, that one's with that one. Did you know that these two are together? So my dad's like, now he's paying fucking attention. Now Daddy's paying attention to what I'm saying about the biscuits. So he's saying, yeah, you know where it is. He said, all right, don't fucking say nothing then. We're getting out of here. I'm going to tell the people then that you don't need the assessment. So now that my father has realised that certain things are playing that he didn't know, he's now listening to what I'm saying. Yeah? So he says to me, wait here, we're not doing no assessment. He leaves the room, which is my son's body leaving the room. And when he leaves the room, I jump off the bed. I go to the ward, the suitcase next to me because the kids have sent my suitcase that I just come back from Africa. Because I came back from Africa on the 22nd of February 2024. I went on the 14th of February 2024. And by the 22nd, no, I came back on the 22nd. So by the 23rd, wait there. So Thursday was the 22nd. Friday would have been the 23rd. So the 23rd, the children's father dropped the 2 little ones off. So I had the children from the 23rd. He should have come and picked them up on Sunday. Some bullshit happened on Sunday which led to the fucking mental health in the first place. Realistically, elements of it anyway. And then the police didn't come and pick up the children from the house until the Tuesday or the Wednesday of that week. So that was like the 28th, the 29th of February. And then by the 4th of March, I was in triage. And then the 5th of March, I got sectioned. Yeah? So what's that from the 28th, 29? 28, 29, 30. No, because February don't have even 30 days. And it had 29 because I think the 24th was a leap year. So 29, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days I was in that house. And it felt like fucking 3 years. Even to the fucking kids. That's how time was moving. Anyway, my man's gone out and told me no assessment. So I've jumped off the bed to go in the suitcase to get some clothes. So as I've gone to get a dress to put a dress on, Spirit says to me, no, don't put a dress on yet. Get back on the bed. So I've zipped back up the suitcase, but I know what dress I'm going to wear if I'm leaving. Zip back up the suitcase and I jump back on the bed. So when I jump back on the bed, my man comes back in, my son. But in his ancestral energy, but he's come back in with the nurses. So I don't know what conversation they've had outside. But instead of telling me to quickly get ready, he's now telling me that I have to take this injection from the nurses. So I'm saying to myself, Nanny, are these fuckers trying to kill me? Because there was already a scene where I woke up in the fucking morgue and I thought I was dead. And my nan's letting me know they can't kill you. We put the markings on your body, yeah. They cannot fucking kill you. But they told me that from in the house when the Masons were in there doing rituals. Yeah, I'm trying to say. So I was like, all right then. So when I woke up in the morgue, I was like, Nanny! And she was like, stop your eyes. I'm a dead! What the fuck? She was like, no. But I could feel how cold the fucking silver tray table I was lying on was and all the rest of it. I had no fucking clothes on. But then I've come out of it and I'm in a different reality of it, so I wasn't there long. You know what I mean? So this nanny said, like, get on the bed, don't put no dress on, let's see what I go on. So my dad in my son's body comes back in the room. Now they're saying I have to have this injection. So I'm saying to him, I know this is my dad's energy, but in front of the nurse, I'm talking to him like he's my son. Because if I start talking to him like he's my dad, the nurse is going to think I'm a mad woman. You know what I mean? I know the body is my son's body. So I say to him, son, you sure you want mommy to take this injection? So he's gone, yeah. I want you to take the injection. I said, you know that the injection is not going to do anything for me. Like they cannot kill me. And he said, yeah, I know that they can't kill you, but they want to just see if this one will. So I said, all right then, if you think that I have to have this injection, then I'll have the injection. And he said, yeah, I think you have to have the injection. This is my fucking dad, you know. So I said, all right then. So I turned and I let the nurse inject me in my arm. And then I've passed out for a bit. It's a sedative or whatever it's called, a sedative medicine. So when I've come back round and I'm in my right mind, as I wake up, I see just as my son in the room, and it's like, say, they're watching me, because as I wake up and it's just my son in the room, some other women come in the room now, 3 nurses, and I say to them, no, what the fuck is going on? You guys have been messing around with my son till my son don't even know who the fuck he is. I said, you're trying to turn my son mad. I said, listen, my name is Asherah Rose and I know exactly who the fuck I am in this moment. It's like I just woke up conscious in the 3D. You should have seen the look on their fucking faces. I said, I want all your fucking staff numbers and I want the fucking manager in here now. And they're looking at my dad in the corner and they're looking back at me and they're doing the same fucking eye movement they've been doing. You know what I mean? I said, I'm not joking. I said, I want your details now. So the 3 of them are scurried out the room. No one's got a pen. Yeah, I ain't got a mobile phone to screenshot anybody's pass card. So they're scurried out the fucking bedroom, haven't they? I'm sitting on the bed saying, son, this ain't fucking happening. No fucking way. I don't know what the fuck you think you're on. But no, how can you be the one dictating fucking mental health? Do you know mental health? Have you studied mental health? Do you know what the fuck you're talking about? So why is every nurse in here listening to you? I'm back on fucking line, you pussy hole. Fuck this shit. Well awake. Next thing you know, 3 more people have come in the room, but these are Masons now. 2 of them are in white cloaks and one's in a red gown, like a cloak gown. 2 of them are in white, one's in red. The one in red is a black woman. She got her hair shaved. She got a round face. Thinking, what the fuck is going on here? I said, do you know that before I left my house, I was in my house fact checking the fucking Bible about how many fucking judges are in the Bible? I says to them. I said, don't play with me. I said, I know who the fuck I am. What the fuck is going on here? And it's like the participating playing just stopped. Like everybody stood still for a minute. And then they went out the room. When they went out the room, my son became my son, but the son that was being tricked by his brother. Yeah, on the 4th day. But instead of it being my son on the other in his ear, it's my son's girlfriend that's in Australia chatting to him now, chatting bullshit to him, and I can't get his attention because his attention is just on his phone. I'm trying to say Mick, and he's gone, yes mom. I said, Mick, listen, hold my hand. He put his hand up like this and I put my hand in his hand like this, and I said, time and space, son, is this what you look like now? He said, yeah. And I said, this is what I look like now. And I wiggled my body to the edge of the bed because there was a mirror on the wall on the left hand side of the room, and where he's standing at the bottom of the bed and I'm sitting on the bottom of the bed and we're both looking in the mirror, and I am skinny. I'm done. I look like I look you listen, I look skinny and I look very, very ill, but I don't look as skinny and ill as I did in the dimension where it was just me and him in the house, and the house had rotted. The plates of food that was there with the grapes and banana was still there, but their balls of fucking dust just disintegrated into nothing, just stuck and still in time. As long as we were on that dimension, yeah, anything else we could come back from. That's what I thought. You know, so when I'm looking in the mirror and saying, son, time and space, is that you now and this is me now? And he's gone, yeah. I said, fuck it, blood, let's go. Let's fucking go. So this is my second time now of let's go. Let's go. Anyway, there's been some more bullshit in between all of that, but at some point I've jumped off the bed and gone out into the hall because apparently we're waiting on one more nurse to come round to say that we can go, but we've been waiting a hot minute. And all this time that we've been waiting, I've been going in and out of consciousness between different rounds and realities, as well as being in this realm, yeah, as well as dumb things happening on my son's phone, me being connected into, me wanting to know where my last two children are. My son saying to me, they're safe, mum. They're in a galaxy, they're in the other galaxy, we're going to go out there and get them. So my son's having conversations with me about multiple galaxies and multiple realms, which makes me think, like, at one point I'm crying when he tells me that Taiwan and Shay Shay are safe, they're okay. That Most High kept his promise and they're looked after, and the fucking warlock hasn't got them and done whatever to. Yo, I'm bawling in the fucking hospital because I'm just like, that's all I needed to know. I just needed to know that my two little ones were good. I know that because the big ones are going on with some fucker, I can see that. But are my two youngest ones okay? Because I was expecting them to be sent to my house. When the red coats pulled up, and the red coats are the royal guards. I know I've missed out a lot of information, but there's just a lot that went on, you know. But I found out that there was with the red guards, man. Like they're okay. And it just made me cry because I was just like, fucking hell. I can just worry about myself now. I don't have to worry about the two little ones because I hadn't seen them since since the end of January when the courts took them off me. You know what I mean? So I was really, really worried about them, man. But Mick was like, there was okay. So Family told me that there was, and that's what I'm saying, is he's jumping in and out of time zones, as well as I'm jumping in and out of time zones. And there's certain things that we've talked about in this realm, in the 3D, about what happened. And he can understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Mum, I remember you were saying that. I didn't quite understand what you meant when you said you went Egypt. Because I had an astral moment where I was in Egypt with my two youngest kids. Yeah, like I'm seeing the future. I'm part of the future as well as the present, as well as the past, as well as multi-dimensions in each timeline and each reality, man. It's absolute fucking head fuck, man. Head fuck. Anyway, when I was on the bed before I went out the bedroom to find out what was going on, I don't even know where Mick was. I don't know where Mick was. I can't remember if he was in the room at the time when I jumped off the bed and went out the room. But what I do remember is that Mikhail was on his phone, listening to something that this girl in Australia was telling him. And I could hear telepathically what they were talking about on the phone. So at one point, I snatched the phone out of his head to look at what he was looking at, to see if it met up with what I was hearing. And it did. There was this video that he was watching of this car, and about 100 men came out of this little tiny miniature car that was going to beat up someone. But then they all came back and jumped on somebody in the car. And when they jumped on somebody in the car, it brought me back to a memory of when I was in Africa a few weeks ago, from that moment there when I was in the hospital, where I was on my bed and I seen a portal open up in my bedroom in Africa when I was in Tunisia. And fucking several mans came out and I could see the silhouettes. One was my ex-husband. One was Eric Fuck Nigger 4. And some other mans, and they've just jumped on me in the bed and it's electrocuted me. Like, this puts sleep paralysis to a whole nother fucking level and a whole other meaning. And it felt like I'd just been like, someone had got the car batteries, the red wire and the black wire, and just plugged it in on me. And my body was like, and my nan was like, alchemize it and alchemize it. And I was like, how am I supposed to alchemize this? What the fuck is this? And my nan was like, hold it. And I'm telling you now, it was like fucking atom bomb level energy. It was like nuclear level blood clot energy washing through me on a cellular level. My leg kicked up in the air, blood. I had a physical reaction to the jump on me. My leg flipped up. Next thing you know, my lip flipped up too. Like, literally, I was having a physical spasm reaction to this 5D energy, 4D energy of these entities trying to attack me. So when I'm at the hospital and I see that on my son's phone, it triggers me. So now these higher forces, these higher beings that have been fucking spying on me from how long, are telling me that I'm an evil person. I'm an evil person. Like, how am I an evil person? How am I, even in my sound mind or not sound mind, that don't make no sense. How am I an evil person? oh, you do things to babies, you do things to babies. What babies do I do things to? What kind of fucking shit you talking about? So now I can hear that this girl, Mikhail, my son's girlfriend from Australia, who is really dating in real life, is telling him that his mom does evil things to babies. So this is just, they're trying to turn the bit of the son that's left in his consciousness, because remember, he's got fucking entities jumping in and out of him. He's got my dad's vibe jumping in and out of him. He's got his fucking cousin, his brother manipulating him. And now this fucking girl's on the same shit too. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah? What is going on here? Remember, I've already timed and spaced it with my son, you know, so I know how to get him back. I know how to connect with him because Spirit has said done time and space with him. But still, there is a lot going on the outside of this game. So, my son is now believing what this girl is showing him or telling him on the phone about I do things to babies. So they're saying to me that I need to be locked up in the madhouse. So Mikhail needs to say that I need to be locked up in the madhouse because I'm someone who does things to babies. This is what's going on. So anyway, now, I'm saying I'm trying to defend myself. I don't do nothing to fucking babies. What are you talking about? I love babies. In fact, if there is a baby in the fucking madhouse that you're saying that I've locked up in there, I'll go in there and I'll get the fucking baby out. No fucking problem. So they're laughing now because that's what they want me to do. They want me to go into the madhouse. They want me to consent to going in the madhouse. I didn't realise that it needed consent. But because they're challenging me, one, that I'm some type of fucking baby murdering fucking entity. And two, that if I go in the madhouse, I won't be going out. Monkey, monkey, monkey. I'm like, who's a monkey? Who won't go? Who's not going in the madhouse and not coming out the madhouse? Are you fucking mad? If I go in the madhouse, it's obvious I'm coming out the fucking madhouse. Watch. So I jump off the bed and open up the bedroom door and walk out onto the hospital ward. Yeah? This is after an exceed where I managed to escape out the ward and walk around and tell the woman that, I know you're not really on the phone. And I drag the phone out the woman's hand and I listen on the phone and there's nobody there. Hello, nobody. I said, I told you, I flung the phone back at her. You think I don't know that you guys are participating fucking characters in this fucking hospital? So some of it I'm living out and I'm just telling them straight, fuck you, blood. I know this is a fucking game. I know this is a fucking prank. I know this is a fucking stimulation. I know what's really going on because when I'm in my bed and certain things are happening, all I can hear is screaming and chop down. There's bare amputations going on. People are getting legs and arms cut off. That's what's going on really in the background hospital. But when I'm running around on the ward, they've got pretend sick people in some of the cubicles. But it's dumb because everybody looks like they're over the age of 90. Why would people be over the age of 90 on a mental health assessment ward? You'd have all type of age groups. Mental health don't just affect the old. And the old, usually it's dementia. It's not even, well, it could be considered to be a form of mental health, but it was just odd. They didn't even think about the participating actors that they put in there. It just didn't match up. There was a lot of things that were just obviously just not right. Like, you're thinking, fucking hell, man, this is really poor quality, this is. So anyway, I've gone out the room this second time now. And I've gone, straight in front of me is another corridor to go up. So I'm heading towards that corridor, yeah? And as I get to that corridor, it's like I've gone over to speak to a nurse. And while I'm speaking to a nurse, two black security guards, African men, one grips me by this arm and one grips me by this arm. This is real, this is 3D shit, yeah? So I'm like, I got no fucking shoes on my feet, because I weren't expecting to be going anywhere. I just came out my room and I come out to find out what's going on. When can I go home? Next thing you know, two African men have gripped me and they start walking me down the corridor. My toes are barely touching the floor, so I can't even stop myself from going, but I can look back. So just as I'm reaching the door to come out of the hospital, it's outside because it's cold and it's dark out there, I see my son rushing, asking the nurse, where's my mom? Where's my mom? And then he looks down the corridor and I see him looking at me, but I'm being pushed over the threshold now at the hospital, so I just managed to see him run down a bit. So as they've got me in the fucking car and one of the securities sat this side and one of the securities sat that side, my son's got to the driver's side of the vehicle and says to the driver, where are you taking my mom? Where are you taking my mom? So the driver's like, oh, we're taking your mum to such a place where you can get information more from there. So my son's gone, all right then. So they've shut up the door. The black girls jumped in with their glasses on and they've drove me around to another part of the hospital. I said, yeah, you really want to play this game with me? Safe. So when we've landed at the hospital, round the corner from the assessment ward, so it's all part of the one hospital. They've took me out. Remember, I got no shoes on my feet again, you know, not even slippers, not even a bag, nothing. I've got nothing with me. Just the pajama set that I've got on, some shorts and a t-shirt, some shorts and a top to it, and the top's like a vest top too, so there ain't nothing to it. And they've given me my daughter's dressing gown. My daughter's dressing gown, which has got menstrual blood on there, you know. My dressing gown is grey, her dressing gown is pink, but this is the dressing gown she's using during the astral projection thing. So that's why I didn't want the dressing gown nowhere near me, because as far as I'm concerned now, honors are playing with blood magic, and I'm not playing that game. We don't know why have I got my daughter's dressing gown when I've got my own dressing gown, and I don't wear people things like that. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own stuff in my house. So my back's already up from there. So anyway, basically they put me in the madhouse, yeah. Literally, they put me on the psych ward. And there's nobody around to help me. There's nobody in reception. There's no staff around. So I'm in this bedroom now that they've put me in. But while I'm in the bedroom, I've got certain family members coming through. And I'm telling them to fuck off. I'm not chatting to none of you guys. So I don't understand why you're trying to rush on me astrally. I'm in the bedroom. I know that I'm on the psych ward. I'm in one of the cubicle rooms. There's no blankets on the bed. It's still that plastic mattress. There's a chair in there, a sink in there, and a wardrobe in there, and that's it. Yeah? The chair's purple, and there's a window that you can see outside. And nothing else. So I am spiritually, there's a baby in there. So I managed to spiritually sort out the baby, wrap the baby up in one of the towels that are provided, and put the baby down on the chair, face the chair to the window so that the Almighty and the ancestors can see that I took care of the baby, because obviously they're going on like I'm some fucking baby killer. Yeah? So then I've come out because I want water, like I'm thirsty, but I'm not going to drink the water coming from the tap in the bedroom. I don't drink water anyway, so I need to be able to boil my water and meditate, so I need access to a kitchen. But as I come out my bedroom and try to go back in my bedroom, I can't. The bedroom door's locked. So I need somebody with a key to open the door. So I'm like, who's got the key? So all the women staff are telling me they don't have a key. How can you not have a key? How can you not have a key to the room? Oh, the men carry the key. What do you mean the men carry the key? The men carry the key and there's no man here to open up the bedroom door and there's nobody here to open up the kitchen door. What kind of fucking madness is this? So obviously I'm kicking up, because I'm saying, what kind of fucking foolishness is this? I want to catch some water. You're telling me I can't catch no water because a man's got the key and you can't access a man. What the fuck is going on here in this institution? Anyway, a man comes. An African man. And he's got a laptop and he's got a key. And I'm asking him, why are you the only one with a key? When I want to gain access to this kitchen, I need to know I can gain access to this kitchen. If you're the only one with a key, how am I supposed to gain access to this kitchen? He said, I don't know, you know. That's just how it goes around here. The men have the key. So I'm thinking, what kind of stupid business is this? So he's opened up the kitchen anyway, and I'm able to go in the kitchen and do what I need to do. Yeah, and catch liquor, hot water and whatever. But while I'm in the kitchen and in the living room, I'm clocking everything too. The colours, the lights, the exits, whatever. The I won't call them inmates, but the patients. I'm clocking everything in there. And I'm also seeing things astrally, so I can feel and I can see that my ex-husband's mum was in here too, in a pink dressing gown. And that she was in here until she died, like they starved her to death, like she was skin and bones. And I'm seeing this in the astral world. I'm seeing where she was sitting and she couldn't get access to water. They wouldn't open up the kitchen door for her to get water. All these different realities playing out, man, I'm telling you, mindful. So because I seen how they treated her, that at this particular moment in time, when I'm still in the lobby area where the kitchen is, but through a different door, there's a black woman called Samantha, and she comes in, and I don't know what she says to me, but whatever she says to me, I don't like, and my grandma don't like, so I start to cuss it out. What you talking about? And the door's fucking locked and I can't get no fucking water. What kind of blood clot prison system you running around here? I'm off on one. Because I know that I can't get no water without a man. I can't get into my room without a man. I can see that my mother-in-law must have been in here dead and can't get no water. Is this what the plan is? To have me in here and me dead in here? I don't blood clot think so. So I've flipped blood. Next thing you know, she's called staff, about 6 of them. Pounced on me, injected me with something against my blood clot will. I'm like, crimes against humanity. You're going to inject me with some foreign fucking objects that I don't know. I saw you blood clot bad. I saw you blood clot bad. I'm going on bad in there, blood. I'm taking out everybody, man. Fuck you. Fuck you. I even went back for Samantha while I was in Sam's fucking mind. Nah, Sam. You're chat, you are. You're fucking chat, blood. And I made sure that I planted bare seeds on you. Between the first week when I was in there going in and out of consciousness, jumping timelines, I know that you guys were there to run and carry, bring information from inside the madhouse to back on the streets outside. It's like some big fucking community conspiracy, man. Real talk, but they don't realise that I'm consciously mad. Not mad. Consciously mad. Yeah. Yeah, I think probably that's enough for today. Obviously, I've spent 4 weeks in there, so there's a fair bit to know in it. There's a fair bit to understand of what was really going on when I was allegedly in this mental health institution. I wrapped them up, man. They didn't know what hit them. They did not know what hit them. They did not know what hit them. They couldn't manage me. They couldn't manage me. I was 2 to 1 for 1. You know what I mean? Everybody else was allowed to come and go. I weren't allowed to go nowhere. I weren't allowed to leave the hospital. I weren't allowed to go to the toilet by myself. You know what I mean? 2 to 1. 2 people on me at every time. All in the bedroom sleeping with me. 2 people with me sleeping. Can you imagine? It's one of my best experiences, though. It was one of my best experiences. I thank the Almighty, man. I swear to God, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. I really did grow, you know. I really, really did grow. I really did come to understand myself. I really did come to understand the divine. Monkey, you know. You won't get out of there. Why? Because you need a monk with a key. A monkey. Monkey. Yeah. Okay, let's see this now. Bare patterns and signs all around the building. Bare patterns. Listen, the synchron, the Almighty talks, you know. Spirit talks in the 3D. The signs are real. The symbols are real. And if you pay attention, they are there in your face. They really are. They really are. You feel stupid sometimes when you realise just how fucking in your face it was. You can really feel like a right dickhead, you know, but I just have to say I'm so grateful because I learned so much to listen to Spirit. I learned so much to watch Spirit during that time. And I learned so much about what is real and what isn't real. And there's a big difference. What you think is real is not real. And what you think is not real, that is actually what's real. And that's the biggest hurdle I think that I had to come over. You know, I had to really understand that up is down and down is up, and you have to deprogram everything that the matrix has tried to tell you is the reality, because it's not the reality. It's not the reality. It's a fucked up misinterpretation of the reality. In fact, it couldn't be more backwards if they tried. That's the reality. And that's why I don't worry about much these days. I just take life as it comes, because the worry is an illusion. To worry is an illusion. To fret is an illusion. To be in fear is an illusion. But when you've been taught and programmed those emotions and those feelings your whole life, and you're being bombarded with it every single fucking day through music, the media, family, friends, like it's all part of this ongoing program and conditioning. It's like the raw fucking Truman Show. Literally. When you realise that life is really like the fucking Truman Show, and you got niggas in black like the Men in Black, so do your things on the sideline. It's just crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. When Spirit says to me, do you want the red pill or the blue pill? I said I want the purple pill, blood. Mix them bitches together, and that's what it is. You have to see both realities, the 5D and the 3D and the 4D reality, in order to see the actual reality, because it's a little bit of all of it. That's the reality. The reality is that it's all a combination of those realities. That's the reality. So you have to be able to split your mind up, split your perspective up, split your understanding up, split the fact that what you understand to be impossible is actually possible. You know. Yeah. Let's finish this.
to maintain control over something. This couple, the Knight of Coins in a reverse, yeah, they wanted to keep you stuck in some type of way. They even want you to get something. They even want something to move forward. Something like this is going on. The Two of Pentacles, I'm telling you, they were overly committed in keeping you stuck. Something like this is going on. The Nine of Swords is here. They're worried about something coming out from the past. They're worried about you remembering something from your childhood. The High Priestess is here. They could have been trying to block your gifts as well. The Emperor and the Eight of Wands. Maybe something about you remembering something about your childhood or something. What's the Emperor and the Eight of Wands here? Something could be backfiring on someone. We have the Six of Swords. Something about you leaving something behind. A father seeing you leave something behind. The Seven of Cups. Somebody was trying to control, like, your perception or something like this. Keep you stuck in some type of illusion. They could have also been trying to delay something for you by keeping you bound in some type of way. The Emperor. Prosperity, some type of abundance. These people were trying to stall you getting some type of prosperity, financial opportunity here. There could definitely be some type of cult here or establishment. There could even be something about you meeting somebody from a cult, or maybe this parental figure met somebody that was a part of a cult or something like this and started dating someone that was a part of a cult. There's something about trying to delay some type of finances or resources here. Yeah, there's something about maybe somebody met somebody that was in a cult or something like this, and they did something to keep you bound. These are people who have the same beliefs, the same way of thinking. This is an organization. The Knight of Wands. The Sun. Every time I get this energy, this together, I get vitality, energy, youthful energy. So maybe they were trying to harvest your energy or feed off of your energy. Show me the Sun and the Knight of Wands. Something about binding you or something. Possibly in order to feed off of your energy or something like this. The Hermit in the reverse. Isolation. There's something that they were doing to you. I don't know if they were trying to bind something to you. to make you paranoid. It said these people wanted to feed off of your light. They wanted to feed off, they were isolating you so that they could feed off of your light and your energies. Stagnation. This is what was stagnating you. Yeah, there's something about attachment here. This was blocking your progress. It's something about being connected to these people. Like they had you bound in some type of way. They were isolating you in order to feed off of you or harvest your energy in some type of way. Maybe because they knew who you were since you were born. There's something about the leader of this group and then the cult members. A community of people. Some weird shit going on here. It's like a cult. There's some weird shit going on. The hermit is here. It's the hermit. Something about disconnect. Two of Swords. Somebody's at a crossroads. Somebody's seeking what they should do. If they should disconnect from these people because there's some type of chaos that's going on. There are people that are thinking that they should disconnect from these people because of whatever they've been doing to you. It's like some type of karma. They're worried about whatever they've been doing. There's somebody that's thinking about disconnecting from these people. The Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords. Somebody could even be going to jail here. I feel like they're finding out that somebody is about self. They're finding out that somebody is all...
I'm going to push on this one because my ancestors have told me to check and I've seen one.
When I started walking God with goggle glasses, I needed a website.
So I've
Figuring out
given
how
my
to make
girl
one
her
was pretty
flowers.
hard on the old noggin. But with GoDaddy here.
So this one is called...
Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you...
I don't know this person. She's called Laugh Now, Cry Later. Laugh Now, Cry Later. And this was uploaded 4 hours ago. And it says, all hell breaking the fuck loose after this deaf court clerk next. House left to divine feminine, you have help. Now that's pretty significant to me. One, because hell is breaking the fuck loose, because they talked about letting out a signal the other day, and I know say that in 2022 when I just started writing going into 2023, so it could have been early 2023 still, yeah, and I just started to write till what I was writing was coming out into number codes, and part of the number codes was 991. Now normally it's in England it's 999 for an emergency, in America it's 911, but this was 991, yeah? And it kept saying 991, and I kept hearing, what's your emergency? And it kept saying, hell is going down, hell is going fucking down. So the whole hell breaking out is significant. Then it says after court clerk. Now, I've been in court proceedings since 2019, yeah? And there's some fucking bullshit that has gone on, and there's some bullshit that's gone down. And Spirit has made me know, surrender. When are you ready to stop fighting with the pen? And I was like, I'm good now, you know. They said, all right, then we'll leave it to us. So since June of 2025, I've just left it to the Almighty. There's some fuckery that's gone on. I'm supposed to be able to see my children. All of that has stopped because of some fuckery. And I've emailed, notified the courts, whatever. The courts are telling me that I can't do nothing without permission from the same judge that enabled all of this nonsense to take place in the first place. So Obviously, something like that would make me want to react and push forward, innit? But I'd already said to the divine that I step back, I stand down, I leave it to you. I give myself away. I give myself away so you can use me. That's what it is, man. Almighty, you can do anything you want with me, but I already said I surrender. So if I surrender, I surrender. I surrender in its entirety. I can't surrender and then want to put my hand back on the wheel. I can't say I'm surrendering and sitting around the back and I'm a back seat driver. No. If I'm in the back, be in the back. Look out the window. Look out the back. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking out the back of the window while the Almighty just sorts out what needs to be sorted out. So one of the clerks in the court, I knew. I've known her for a long time. But Spirit was telling me that my girl's working against me too. From day one, Spirit told me. So I already knew, don't fuck with them in there. They're not for me. At the end of the day, when these Romans pledge, they pledge for each other. They don't pledge for the people. They don't pledge for the Jews. They don't pledge for the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? They don't pledge for God's divine. They pledge to themselves as Romans. So I cannot rely on them to represent me in court or to have my back in any capacity. So that's why when I went to court representing myself long before I even knew what I was doing. But the Almighty said, if you're doing this, you do it sovereign. You go in there and you have to act like the mature entity that you are. You can't have somebody in there acting like your mum and dad pleading on your behalf. You got to go in there and make your own case. You got to go and stand up in front of the judge and make them know I'm here under divine law. You are not judge. You are not executor. You are not prosecutor. You are admin and administrator and mediator. So you're administrator and media, apologies. Because admin is administrator. So they're there to administrate the information, take the notes down, record what happened. But they're not there to put any sentences down, to call no judgment, because there's only one judge. And I did a video before about how I got confused because it looked like there was 200 judges. I checked with ChatGPT and it said there's 2 kings in the diary, but the 2 kings of book talk about 42 kings. And while there are several judges in the diary, in the Bible, there are only 12 judges, allegedly. Yeah. So I said at the time that my mindset was saying 200 judges, because obviously the content page said 200, and 2 kings, King 1 and King 2. And I took it literally, which is what I was supposed to do. Because by doing that, it made my mind tick over, until I'd opened up a vortex and judges were actually in my room with me. You know. So anyway, it said that a house was left to you, divine feminine, which I know already. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm working on at the moment. I'm going through probate with certain family members and certain shit with my granddad. I'm a nan, to be fair, but I'm working on my granddad's first. And it says you have help, and I know I do.
Return is the Empress of Cups.
So let's see what she says. So she's called Laugh Now, Cry Later. And it was uploaded 4 hours ago.
I'll be feeling good, feeling great. I got a mature man, destruction, and mentally and emotionally unstable. It sounds like a backfire, cousin.
A backfire is when somebody sends something out to you. It doesn't stick on you because you're not an energetic match for it. So therefore it has to return back to sender. But what people don't realise is everything gets sent back to sender anyway.
The rich girl. Tonight I tried to find the rich girl. Now they concern. Mr. Concern. Because your ancestors pulling that. Like, what's up? They rose from the dead ass energy. They left you some money, so they have to come and see about it. They had to come see about it. False narrative. I said, I know you fucking lying. And they lying on you, babe. Listen. Message concern. I know you fucking lying. Your ancestors got an issue. Because you a sweetheart. What's the message, Spirit? You got a love spell. Tonight's doing the love spell. Gifts, rising star. Somebody's trying to attack your gifts, like your spiritual gifts. To stop your 3D gifts. A house. Actual money.
Yesterday's reading, same thing. Now you're telling me about
somebody
a house.
attacking the readers too, trying to get y'all to stop watching messages. Mature woman in the reverse. It came out kind of weird. Let's see. So you can have a passed over loved one that's on this mature woman ass. Karmic Femme is a thief.
Come on, Nanny. Get them, Nanny. Get them.
Wealth, offer, health, concern, achievement. Somebody was easily influenced to try to cause health concern to you, cousin. You're a left go on a healer. I know you fucking lying. Came right back out in the reverse. Mature woman getting dropped, trying to stop your ascension. So I want to have a healing connection with you. Emotional pain, divination, ice king, abundance, manipulation. This person got a reading and found out that these bitches is in on trying to manipulate him due to a theft, stealing from the rich girl, message and false, some false documents, house. Faith, emotional pain, divination. Somebody is having faith that they're gonna be able to find you. That's what I'm getting. Somebody thought they were gonna be able to have you out of a home or still a home. Now you could be going through something or went through something where you didn't have anywhere to live, but you wasn't living on the streets. Even if you was living on the streets, God still had you, is what I just heard.
No.
So yeah, you went through some shit you didn't deserve. Actual money.
I've owned this house since I was 20.
Child, motherfuckers trying to really end you. Look alive, cuz that's a whole community of people. Toe up, looking stupid. That's what they get for believing a lie. On fuck shit. Karmic Femme is a thief. Divine masculine, rich bride, work, labor, effort. Somebody's trying to work real hard to come towards you and let you know what's up. That's what I'm getting. Moving on from this bitch. But it look like this was they bookie, they bae. Death, magic, imprisonment, and voodoo. Somebody can't avoid this ending. Emotional pain, divination, priest, this divine masculine gotta read them or watch readings, working. Hello, he be up at the jobs, cousin. What's up, reader cousins? Is this your man's? Child, listen, they be trying to steal from them readers, them healers, them light workers, them beautiful energies. It don't matter what you do. You don't have to be a reader. You could be a nurse. I just heard. Okay, somebody's a pilot. Whatever you do it with love. But then be watching readings and shit. He felt so fucking bad. But I don't know. Ain't nobody been feeling bad enough to give you clarity or make things right. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. Don't
That's all I'm saying, cousin. It's not giving. Gifts, payouts, and kickbacks. Hold on. Wrong day. But gifts, payouts, and kickbacks. We're going to start with this one. We got a next door neighbor. They mad as fuck. I'm your hidden helper. Divine feminine. You got a hidden helper, divine feminine. They might be mad as fuck. Your readers is your hidden helper, cousin. They might be mad because divine masculine got a hidden helper. He feel like the readers are his hidden helpers. They pissed. Oh well. Somebody need to be there for you, cousin. We love you, divine feminine. We live we live rough. It's tough, baby, but we God and relentless. Don't give up, never.
Never give up, man.
When you walking with God, you
don't give up if you're righteous, man.
If God be for you,
giving up is not an option. It's not an option.
Okay,
it's not in the vocabulary, man. We're victorious.
Okay, that just flew out.
Victorious.
Aware, crocodile tears, wife, the cult leader.
Come on now.
Somebody know what this bitch did, and they really don't care. This feminine, this mature woman that loves spells, or paid this cult leader actual money, is with her and her weak ass crew. Got a message in the past. Thought they was gonna be paid in full, baby. They wanted to level up off you. The cult leader found out the truth, and he had like, oh my God, it's so sad, it's not working. It's so sad, it's not working, and it ain't. And it ain't family or relatives. A builder bitch, a water sign masculine child.
Come on now.
A builder bitch right there.
Come on
Current
now.
energy, a sister, a brother.
Come on now.
A sister and a brother. A house, faith. Somebody got faith, child. Let me see, bribe. And looking you up. Water sign masculine, a witch gang. Detective brother. There's some law officials, cousin, karmic readers and shit. Somebody shitty ass dad is involved in this. Somebody trying to bribe somebody to look you up in the current energy.
Come on now.
Cause they stole a home. Stole a home, fraud and title.
Stole a home, blood.
Somebody bribed somebody to do a research, information lookup, and they seen what was left to you, and they stole a home. They employed motherfuckers in a group chat, karmic female, a reality TV star. They employed a practitioner who could be a famous pro athlete. But they stole a home. Motherfuckers teamed up to steal a home. The co-leader wife then took a fall. Somebody pissed that somebody want to be with you. This could be their mother, their grandmother. They stuck as fuck trying to manifest money for this hating lying ass bitch. Dwayne, Veronica, Reed, or Jonathan. Her stepmom, DM's baby mom, the judge. Oh goodness, stuck as fuck, hating lying ass bitch, making promises that only divine feminine can keep, bitch, and it ain't shit divine about you.
Come on now.
It's not giving, cousin. It's just not giving.
It's not giving. Never was.
Stuck as fuck, hating lying ass bitch. Oh goodness, motherfuckers is a regret, cousin. Pissed. Oh well, that's what you get. You are the energy you put out. Stupid.
There you go. There you go.
Honest. Somebody done told the truth about this hating lying ass bitch. Get ready to receive. Coming so soon. Raggedy ass readers done expose these hoes. Levi, Sasha, Oscar, Rick, and Dave. They're her family and relatives of this builder bitch. Your mom's side of the family or hers. It's a cop involved. So she can have a stepmom side of the family and a mother side of the family. Vice versa. Divine feminine. Take it as it resonates. But this day best. This day best. Clock the fuck up, because blockage is removed. You came for the wrong somebody,
You
bitch.
came for the right one,
Clock
bitch.
the fuck up.
You came for the right one, star. We were waiting.
Coming for this chosen unbothered. Your
We
home,
were
a bank
waiting,
BP, and government officials
come inside,
involved.
man. Come.
Divine feminine, dad, and the current energy, a postal service worker, next door neighbor, and a hitman. They could be trying to say, oh, well, divine feminine baby dad comes by. Divine feminine baby dad, she got somebody. She with somebody. You just, child, you blessed enough to have a co-parent. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Motherfuckers can be toxic as they want to be. But I promise you, we will seen certain signs before the signs have been seen. Don't do that. Crazies. Motherfucker don't be know who their baby daddy is and want you to be feeling some type of way because yours will help out. Yeah, fantasy world. Said the motherfucker was toxic. Never said the motherfucker was broke. Okay? Fantasy world. Invite only in situation shit. Somebody is acting like you had something to do with this divine or divine masculine. Big break. Right, and dropped up over here. Talk about keeping the party scene and shit. They don't want to hang out anymore. Love spell, mature woman in the reverse. Your ancestor said, watch out, little bitch. Watch out. Crocodile tears wife, the cult leader. Fake profile. Envy vibes, numbing out, lies detected. This person be watching this shit. They seeing this, they want wife that's fake. They seeing what lengths this old lady went to have this masculine with a false ass bitch. There's a few false connections up in this joint, honey. Not just that nigga and that bitch. Bribe, looking you up and stole a home. It's a fraud title on this home.
Yes,
trusted friends. Test results. Going viral. Big break, family feud. They wanted to isolate you. They all decided that if they teamed up and isolated you, cousin, that they would be able to get away with this.
Yes.
Sober life and backstab. I'm telling you, unsent text messages and they won't be sent. There's some fake ass motherfuckers trying to come back around. A clean slate back together, wedding day, pulling the motherfucking strings out of jealousy. Yeah. Also, you could have been supposed to be with somebody in the past and the motherfucker did fuck shit. So they got a wedding day with somebody else, and you was like, oh wow, boiling point, invite only. That's why you don't fuck with nobody now. Fantasy world. It's only a dream thinking that they could get away with this, and it's family members, all this dirty laundry being exposed, thinking that you gonna be cool with them. That's out. Bitch, go to hell. Whoever, child, listen. Hey, lying ass bitch, honest. That's the truth. You all stuck as fuck. Thought they was gonna be able to get money and the home, doing love spells and shit. No, you're going broke. Fantasy world, invite only, and fighting, court date. All the drama had been started. So don't just be saying, oh, because you're getting exposed, that's the reason why everything's going left. No, God was going to tear down some bullshit foundation anyway. This was never meant for nobody up in here but this energy here, divine feminine or divine masculine or both. Bitch, you was not an abundant bitch, so go ahead on. This is not an abundant bitch. Last one to ascend is a rotten egg. That bitch a rotten egg. Invite only and fighting. Hey, child, listen.
What?
If you want that, you need that. Because if you violate or cross her motherfucking boundaries, his motherfucking boundaries is up and it's stuck.
That's
Y'all
fine.
worried about a court date. You the one who ain't got no bail monies.
Right?
Shit. Blockages removed, caught the fuck up, stupid. Chosen and unbothered. And we gonna keep it that way.
Unbothered. Unbothered.
She's taking off.
Completely unbothered. Completely unbothered. What people want to do and what people want to say, I'm completely unbothered. Because I already know. I already know the outcome. I already know what's popping. I already know what's going on. And I already know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? There's no point. Because it is what it is. And you can't go around doing things that you think you should be doing or want to do without consequences. If you're giving too much love, there are consequences. So if you're giving too much hate, there are consequences, and everybody can do what the fuck they want to do. As long as you're man enough and woman enough to deal with the consequences of your actions, that's what I say. And it's like people have done what they want to do, and now that they're being held accountable for their actions, man and people want to go on like pussios. Don't go on like a pussio, because when you was flinging it out, you thought you was big Boucher. Yeah, you thought you was big Boucher. So go be big Boucher. Don't look for my number. Don't look for my name. Don't call my phone. Don't call nothing. Handle it. When you start to get your karma and you start to get what's yours and you start to get what you was giving out, hold it, blood. Hold it. Hold it, because it's good for you. It's very good for you.
Okay.
Living large in the reverse. They took big ass L's, canceled that hoe like Nino. Ain't nobody helping. Secret affairs and shit. Ex drama and fighting. And somebody is blamed because if you are a reader or if they know you watch readings or if you're like that healer, that light worker energy, this divine being energy, they know that you be knowing some shit. Oh baby, they blaming you. Third world enemy got a whole lot of nerves when these lies was gonna be detected anyway. You the lying ass, weird ass bitch. So what you thought was gonna happen? Some test
lying ass, weird ass bitch.
Live and learn. Got motherfuckers throwing shade at you, divine being, because they're a shady ass bitch.
Shady motherfuckers, blood.
We're gonna coming back up all that shit they said. Secret affair, ex drama fighting, invite only. A gold digger. Now ain't nobody dealing with this hoe. Only by inviting. Nobody's inviting with you. Party scene, heartbreak, and making peace. And that's only because it's going viral. Everybody know what they was doing though. Yeah, evil. After throwing hella shade at you and shit because of some false ass bullshit. I don't think so.
Oh, there you go.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That ain't nice. Let's see. Oh, hard evidence. Empress on her shit, killing it. And keep killing it. Got a bad judge. Game over with bad judge. This could be the bad judge. Bad judge and the co-leader could be connected.
Come on now. See what I mean? The videos just confirm what's already been said.
Let's see, cousin. Okay, all right. Inheritance. Auntie with no kids, more than one sibling. His mom, a bad judge, crying. Divine feminine, ex-karmic friend, up and stuff about you, 100%. You got a past karmic friend that was just like a karmic lesson. Wasn't no bad blood or nothing. I could outgrow each other. And they like, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy. They just should know by now. It's up and stuck about that energy there. Childless, the practitioner, fake profile. They like, what the fuck? Now they know why they getting karma. They did some bullshit based off of a lie. Bribe, looking you up, stolen home, trusted friend. Somebody trying to find a way to get somebody to get close to you with this trusted friend energy. Humble, in the reverse. Karmic neighbor, jaw drop. Karmic baby dad, dirty cops to the karmic that he or she married. Her need to go find her own baby daddy. out of patience, them and their siblings. Give me one more on this cult leader energy and karma spirit, please, and thank you. You're part of a secret society, cousin. Showtime, 1 to 3 million, huge increase, respect. Somebody gotta bow down. You got the cult leader, the practitioner, and their wife, their little gang tapping out. Humble as fuck in the reverse. Somebody don't know how to act. His mom. And either more than one of her siblings came up against you, more than one of your siblings came up against you.
Yeah.
Okay? But they're part of a religious code group, secret society. The karmic that he or she married going broke. A male cousin, get excited. Spirit said that's here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put it back until it pop out. Is that okay, cousin? But that karmic film could have married your person. It could have been false. Okay? Hey, lying ass bitch. Honestly, bitch, you going broke. Truth is, Libra energy, Leah energy. That's like justice. You could be a Libra. Somebody else could be a Libra. Yeah, actual money could be supposed to come to you, Libra, or things moving into balance. You can have it in your it could be some.
Spirit, I want to look at this one. Spirit said me to look at this one. And normally I would not be interested in titles like this, but they're really banging on. And I'll tell you why I'm not really interested in titles like this, because this is the title. Coming into union with your divine masculine, divine feminine. Divine masculine, look out. Your ex wants back in after betrayal. 2222144. Now, I don't usually listen to readings about pasa. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to divine masculine and divine feminine, I'm not interested. I'm doing a bloody good job by myself, yeah? But if a divine masculine does come in, he's going to need to 10 it and then some. Because I will not be wasting my time with no fuck niggas, that's for sure. So I tend to not bother with these type of readings. But I did watch this girl the other day and I recorded a Remembrance, the oracle. This was 1 day ago, and as I said, it says, coming into union with your divine masculine. And divine masculine, look out. Your ex wants back in after betrayal. 222. Yeah, alright, let's see what it's saying.
It's Remembrance the Oracle, and I'm back to do another reading for y'all. I hope that y'all are doing well today. As usual, let's go ahead and get into a reading and see what's popping off with y'all. We're going to start with our synchronicities. You guys could be seeing these, or you're being instructed to look out for them if this reading resonates with you. The bus just went by. 444s on the bus. You're divinely protected. And then, of course, when we get to the end of the reading, we'll see which signs are resonating the most, okay?
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do 2 more shuffles here. 1 and 2. All right, Spirit, tap me in. What's going on? That's why this table half broke now, bitch. I'm going to need something more sturdier, okay? I was blessed with this, though. One of my clients, she gave me this table. She bought 2 of them, and she gave me the other one. Let's see. What is this? Look at this. I have quadruple 2s coming out here. Feminine forces. It says you can be everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit, and you'll become a force. Honor commitment to people around. Don't judge, listen.
Don't judge, listen. Which is fair enough. That is a message. I can understand why they would bring in a message like that, because I just said I can do it by myself. And it is a fact that I can do it by myself. But do I want to do it by myself? No, I shouldn't want to do it by myself, because I said in the reading yesterday, in the video that I did, that obviously I can do it by myself, but that would put me in action energy, and I'm a divine feminine. I'm supposed to be in receiving energy, and a lot more happens when I'm in receiving energy than doing energy, so it don't make sense me do it all. That would be dumb.
So listen, I've been in the energy of the divine feminines out here, honey, who are like, I don't know, something to me is giving me like getting ready to come into union. This shit's been coming out quite a bit lately. Let me get my notepad ready.
Get your notepad.
Love is in the air.
Love is in
is
the air,
it
man.
Valentine's Day approaching?
Yeah, it is that too.
Or like, what the fuck is happening?
not because Valentine's Day is approaching, because Valentine's Day is
Let's
just a
see what else here.
man-made
But you know what strikes
energy.
me
But
is that triple
there's still the
four I just
energy
seen
I'm
on the
loving
bus.
the air around
Matter of
February.
fact, it was 20444. So you know, zero takes on whatever is next to it. We got twos right here. So divine feminine, this connection or relationship that you're getting into is divinely protected here, or divine masculine. Maybe connection here with your divine feminine. Okay, maybe you've had to practice some form of patience to get to this point. Okay,
See, I have
it feels like to me
222.
there's a level of balance, obviously, that you've had to create in your
And
own
it
life,
says,
as well as whoever this person is getting ready to come in. There it is. Like, I'm on the love frequency, honey, but I like that.
divine
I hate
portal.
talking about fuckery all the time. I mean, some fuckery might come out, but
Divine portal.
What else here, Spirit? So I feel like Spirit is also encouraging you to listen to your intuition. Pay attention to the signs that are around you as well, too. What is this? We had two that came out. So I have quadruple. Dang. I have quadruple zeros coming out here. Look out for your quadruple synchronicities. Limitless potential. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished. If you can dream it, there is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you.
Absolutely.
So maybe for some of y'all, you were kind of like, maybe you kind of have looked around in most recent years or something, and it's kind of like maybe you see other people kind of having the things that you want.
No.
I don't necessarily feel like there's jealousy that's coming from it, but why am I hearing, is it my turn? It's like you've been waiting for your turn.
Probably
Or
that.
some sort of vibes like that. Okay.
But patiently, innit?
Is it my turn? Come through, Spirit. It says, if something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. So that's what something feels like to me. Whoever it is that you're getting ready to come into a union with, you were always meant for this. This is always something that was supposed to be a part of your journey. This was always fated for you. This was always a part of your destiny. But it feels like to me you kind of have just had to let life do life's thing.
Yeah, just chop wood,
right? It
innit?
feels like to me there's areas where maybe you've had to grow up in,
Just chop
maybe
wood.
calm down in, and others for some of you guys. Okay? And then I also have 1144 coming out here. So it is. It's like you're on the frequency here. You're on the vibe now.
Yeah.
Hello. It says love or other happiness lurks just around the corner.
Trust
Come
me.
through. It will be something much better than in your wildest dreams.
Trust
A
me.
rare opportunity, an exciting encounter with like-minded people will exceed your expectations.
I love that.
I'm hearing about a test here as well, too. A test. Maybe there's something also that could be approaching as well that will kind of submit whether you have learned a lesson or if you're actually choosing to go in the right direction here. That's what something feels like to me. This could be somebody trying to pop out from the past. Some of you guys could even notice like you're having like weird dreams or some sort of vibes like that here, or some sort of shit. I don't know if this is like in relation to maybe something of the past wanting to suck you back in. This could be a person. This could even be like a behavior as well too that you've had to rid yourself of. So it almost kind of feels like to me, I feel like you have been applying certain things in your life to get you to the point where it is that you are now to be able to receive something. But I don't know why I get this vibe of like I don't know what to call it almost. Like, well, I guess I just call it a test. But I don't know. It's almost like I feel like you're getting ready to cross a threshold and that's it. That's what something almost feels like to me. What's at the bottom here? Yeah, 1331, good fortune. And this was our first card from yesterday. Have faith in your skills and talents.
But
They
it's
are
on
a
that
tool
phone,
that can
but
provide you with a bright
I've got
future.
these
So it's like
numbers.
you've had to trust yourself. A piece of good advice,
Time
a moment
stamps,
of
man.
enlightenment, or a comforting message is
They
on
just
its
keep
way.
coming
Everything will
around.
work out in your favor. So I do. Somebody's on their way. This shit has been so heavy in my readings. Who been following me most recently? Because you got somebody coming to
I've
you,
been
baby.
following them most
Okay, that's
recently.
what it feels like to me. You have good fortune headed your way. Yeah, quadruple threes here. Okay. I have lessons learned. Why is my shit all up in the reverse and shit? I have quadruple nines here, lessons learned. Triple nines, release. Clarity here. Quadruple fives. Definitely look out for these quadruples. So I do. I feel like you've learned some sort of lesson here. Maybe in regards to, maybe even to like a third party situation or some sort of shit. Maybe y'all were fooling off in some sort of energy like that, but you finally have released somebody here because you know the truth. I feel like it's something going on here where you know who you are, what you deserve, and that you don't gotta play in them fucking streets anymore. If somebody wanna play in that shit, let them fucking play in that shit. Yeah, it's like you're over the drama, you're over being slowed down here. Yeah, and then look at this. We vibration as you. This is about to be your big break. So I feel like you're done with the cycles. You're done with being stuck in loops. It's like you're really committed, I feel like, to yourself first and foremost, and making the changes that you need to make into your life in order to be able to get what it is that you're getting ready to receive now in love. And even here with this drama alert and slow down energy that's kind of coming out here, that's why I'm saying maybe be mindful or some sort of shit like that. Okay? But let's see what's going on here. I feel like you guys are doing very well right now. It's like you can't be stopped or something. That's what something almost kind of feels like to me. Of course, you know, vibrations, frequency changes, and all of the things like that, but something is almost kind of giving me the vibe. I'm seeing the Eight of Wands in my mind's eye. It feels like to me you're going for it. Let's see here. Isn't this kind of giving the lover vibe here? What's at the bottom? So I have alchemy coming out here. So I feel like some of you guys, you're realizing that you're alchemists here, you're manifestors, okay? You can get what you want, how you want it to be as well, too. Yeah, I have boundaries coming out here. This is one of the things that I've been noticing coming out in the reads as well, too, is that people are stating their boundaries and they're standing on them. So I feel like this is something that you've had to do as well, too. I feel like you've gotten into the repetition of something here, okay? And it's paying off. That's what something feels like to me. All of this work that you've been doing is paying off. Maybe at one point in time you kind of felt like, is all of this shit that I'm doing in vain? But it wasn't in vain. It was for you to become the best version of yourself so that you can meet someone who's also in the best version of themselves.
Absolutely.
And I feel like just continue to get better and better from there.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I agree with that.
Spirit, what's going on here with Divine Collective? So I did Divine Feminine, look out for your Divine Masculine, look out for your Divine Feminine. No matter the gender, the sex, whatever the case may be, it's all energy. Okay? Let's do two more shuffles here. Spirit, what's going on here?